Rest talk about just
Is this thing on? I don't know. It looks like it. The camera's all fucked up all of a sudden. I don't know why.
We're back at it though.
Let's just back her up just a little hair. There you go. Not bad.
We should probably test it before we start this most of the time.
Nah, we jump into it straight up. Anyway, off of this randomly distracted, disoriented intro, hello. We're back again with episode, what is it, 6? Wait, we've done 6 episodes so
We've done 6 episodes.
That's
It
crazy.
doesn't feel like that many.
6 episodes of two bros talking ball.
And making absolute banger picks every week.
No, not even close. Not a chance.
Below 500 for sure.
You know, I might tally it up next week and actually see what our.
That might just be depressing.
It depends on the week. There's some weeks that are good. There's some weeks that are bad. And
This last one we did not do great.
I haven't honestly looked at it. So when I look at it later, when I'm closing out the show, it'll be my first time seeing it. But I don't know. We'll find out how good or bad it was. But let's just say, week 5 is the week everybody was waiting for.
Week 5 is crazy. I mean, can we talk about OSU first? What happened there? Coaches,
Oh, Oklahoma
No.
State, Mike Gundy.
Gunderson's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because he really brought Oklahoma State back to what, I don't know, being good, a good football team. I mean, getting your ass handed to you by Oregon, 69 or 60, whatever, to 3, and then
69-3.
you follow it up with a loss to Tulsa. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So, it sucks.
Would you say it's a valid firing?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been. I mean, the way like the season was going, it would have been nice to see him at least. I mean, you're not like competing for anything anymore, so I mean, at least let him see the season through. I mean, but I don't know. It sucks because he was such a good coach, and I mean, someone will probably.
Oh, he was definitely picked up by someone.
He said he wants to coach again, so we'll see where he's gonna end up, where he's going.
Imagine he goes from Oklahoma State to Oregon State.
Yeah, they can.
Then we
I
have
mean, he
Joe
could.
Gundy.
He could, but would he want to? Oregon State's an absolute shithole dumpster fire. Like, nothing is going well over there in Corvallis.
Which, I mean, if you want quality football, you do have to go to Eugene either way.
I was gonna say, why? Who cares? I mean, the people in Corvallis do, and people that go to Oregon State
Yeah,
do.
like all
but,
5 people, all 5 farmers
I mean-
who live in Corvallis.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sucks. It's tough.
I don't know if you ever had the displeasure of driving through Corvallis, but it's literally field, research stadium, field.
I've been through Corvallis. Yeah, it's not much, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I mean, a part of it. I mean, they had the resources, but then it just kind of just dwindled away and left. So, I mean, is it a good job? Probably, but who are you gonna want to take it? I mean, that's kind of where they're kind of moving towards next. Is like, well, okay, so yeah, you got rid of them, but
Who are you going to have interim then? Who are you going to bring in next season?
yeah, exactly. That's kind of the question. You could bring in young, you could bring in old. I mean, probably you could bring in young, but who's gonna want? Who's gonna want to go to Oklahoma State? I don't know. I don't know. Sticking in the state of Oklahoma, did you hear about the Oklahoma Sooners quarterback?
Yeah, okay, wow. That is... I can't even think of a good place to start.
I mean, first off, it sucks.
Poor JM.
That's horrible.
Especially because you were man-crushing him last
Oh,
week.
dude, he's so good at football. I mean, clearly he's what 3-0, 4-0,
Yeah.
and he's looked he's literally put Oklahoma on his back, but against Oklahoma, against Auburn and Michigan. Like, dude's a stud. Dude's a ball player. Shout out! He's a fucking dog for playing through the. He broke his hand in the first quarter. He broke a bone in his hand in the first quarter, and played the whole game and still threw for like 250 yards. Dog, but he had surgery like yesterday or today.
Prayers up for him.
Sounds like it went well. But I think they also got the best hand doctor that like money could buy. I mean,
Which quarterback of that caliber, you can't afford everything less.
yeah, it sounds like the doctor was the guy that worked on like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Steph Curry. I mean, he's good. He's good. So
Michael
that you
Jordan at doctors.
yeah, the Michael Jordan. But from what it sounds like, he'll be missing like. I mean, it could just like he'll be back playing this year definitely, but like it's either gonna be like to like I think like around 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, or like, but also like when it's like fully healed and he can throw the football, and this kind of what like I mean you never know how long it's actually gonna heal to where he's able to play, but it sucks. I mean, it kind of tanks what Oklahoma did at the beginning of the year. They're 3-0 and they played crazy good, but now without John Mateer,
Yeah, he's a sore loss for that team. They're going to be struggling without him.
I think they play like Kent State this weekend. They should dog walk them with the backup, but I think they have a bye, which actually kind of helps, and then they have Red River against Texas, and then like after that, that's when the schedule like really beefs up. So, we'll see where they're at come that time. But
Get your guy in there, get him comfortable. I mean, he's gonna be playing He has a lot. Big shoes to step into.
Michael Hawkins,
Yeah.
it
Shoes to step into.
it just kind of sucks. I mean, injuries happen; it's part of football. But I mean, kind of puts Oklahoma's season kind of downhill from here until they're able to get him back and healthy. But
Yeah, really in limbo from bowl contenders to.
it's not even that. I think it's like SEC championship to like playoff contenders to not. Honestly, it really changed the outlook on their season what it was going to be. But who knows? Maybe Hawkins will step in and it'll be completely different, or nothing will change. Who knows? But the defense was already playing great, and it's going to have a lot more on his plate now without a competent quarterback going under center. All right, let's actually get into talking to some games, shall we? Game 1, USC at Illinois. USC is favored by 6.5. I think it's valid. Especially. Let's start with Illinois.
I
don't even know where to begin with Illinois, actually.
This one, a little side note. I thought it was Fighting Illini, not Illini. So I've been saying that wrong all season for like 4 or 5 seasons.
You didn't know it was the Fighting Illini?
Well, I've been saying Illini, and then I was listening to a sports podcast earlier on it, and he kept saying Illini. I'm like, nah, I keep it right. So I looked it up, and
I didn't know that. I thought, oh, the more you know.
so
Okay.
it is the Fighting Illini, not Fighting Illini.
The Fighting Illini. All right. Imagine if the Fighting Illini versus Georgia. Georgia.
See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just kind of beat the dead horse while it's down. Illinois. Literally, the first thing I wrote for Illinois last week, absolute embarrassment. Like that was absolutely like for how much this team gets talked about, and they're bringing back this, that, they're veteran everywhere, like they're supposed to be a good team, dark horse for the Big Ten championship. You go to Indiana and you get your ass whooped 63-10 as the ninth ranked team in the country.
Yeah.
What in the world was that?
I don't think anyone got off the bus.
Oh man.
I really don't think anyone got off the bus.
No one got off. That was just utterly embarrassing. That was.
Watching it, I couldn't think of a really strong point anywhere. No one.
I mean, the only touchdown they scored was a blown coverage. Altmaier was on his ass all night. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't do anything. It was from the jump. Indiana's first touchdown was a blocked punt, and they returned it to the house. Oh man, it was brutal. Yeah. I mean, I hope come Sunday, Monday morning, I hope they watch film Sunday, and in their Monday meeting, they were like, all right, whatever just happened here, take it, throw it the fuck out the window, forget about it, because they need to forget about it quick, because you can't hang over.
Yep.
You cannot have a hangover from what just happened to you. Like, I don't know, the run defense didn't exist. They gave up 297 million yards. Pass defense wasn't there. What is it? It's not Carlos. It's Mendoza. I don't remember his first name. He went 21 for 23 for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 2 incompletions all night. Granted, Illinois I think they lost their top 4 starting DBs. 2 were injured. A third one got injured in the game, and then another one got ejected for targeting. But I mean, oh man, it was brutal. Yeah. I don't really know what else good to say. I don't even know what else to say for Illinois. Are they different than the team they thought they were gonna be? I don't know. I really don't. As for USC's look good. USC's look good. I mean, they haven't played world beater competition, but a lot of people haven't either, and they've done what they're supposed to do. Jaden Mayava looks good. I feel like if he keeps playing this way, he'll end up in New York. I mean, he's just slinging the rock around. I think he's a lot better for this offense than Miller Moss was last year. He's played. I mean, he seems a lot more under control with it. He's seeing the field better. He's read defense better than Miller Moss was. So I think he's a good quarterback for Lincoln Riley. And Lincoln is kind of in his groove right now, because we all know what happens when he gets a good quarterback. Last week, USC beat Michigan State 45-31.
High scoring game, pretty good one.
Yeah, the defense is kind of up and down. I mean, giving up 31 to Michigan State, I mean, isn't great, but when you put up 45, it's kind of hard to obviously you don't. I think Michigan State's a good team. They're a slept-on team, but
the last 3 minutes of that third quarter, they were pretty on fire. I don't know if you watched that game or not.
That was the 8 o'clock kickoff. I was asleep.
Yeah, well, I watched it, and really up and down, but last 3 minutes of that third quarter, wow, did that defense show up. I mean, I think
USC's?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's they show glimpses. They show glimpses of being great, phenomenal. But then there's lapses of time where they're giving up 31 points to Michigan State. It's not. I think they give up 20 to Georgia Southern or something. It's you don't really want to have that happening.
Yeah, you can't have mediocre performances. I mean, what I saw in that 3 minutes was that is a top tier defense. I mean, there was such good coverage. I think it was Jordan something. What's the corner? He wears 18. Jordan, last name. God, his coverage.
Side rant. Someone had a dentist appointment, and they didn't take any notes. So we're having to use my pad and I didn't know that, so I don't have stats. He's the stats guy. He writes down what players, throwing, rushing, receiving. I write down like the
Pertinent notes.
what teams should do, should not do.
Probably the side rant. I usually do my stuff at noon on my lunch break, just because I want to have the most accurate stuff. Because injuries come quick. You never know when a player's going to be in or going to be out. I don't want to give wrong information when I come in. I spent my lunch break with a woman with both of her hands in my mouth, and I didn't like it. I didn't want that. And not only that, I had to pay for it. So, yeah.
This is why you brush your teeth, kids. This is why you brush your teeth, and don't eat sugar.
And don't smack yourself in the face with a door and crack your tooth. Very bad.
Or that, I guess. Don't do that either.
It's very bad. You'll not be happy.
But if you do go to the dentist, make sure you ask if you can have something to numb the pain, so you aren't feeling the pain.
Definitely ask. I didn't ask it. I'm feeling it. My jaw hurts.
Oh man.
I'm in pain today. It's all right. Next week though we rebound. Next week
you
we're back to notes.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, I guess. But yeah. I think Illinois just needs to bounce back. I mean, Illinois is a good team.
Jordan Holzer, that's his name. Sorry, I remembered it now.
Jordan Holzer, everybody. Illinois is still a good football team. Maybe not as good as we had previously thought they were going to be originally starting the year, but it's still a good football team, and they're supposed to be veteran, and we're really gonna learn how veteran they are with this game, because like USC is a good team, and Illinois just needs to bounce back. They need to forget about everything, play their brand of football. They should be all right. As for USC, I think USC needs to start fast, and they need to attack the secondary, because this secondary is depleted. They're missing 4 or 5 starters, injury or ejections, targeting ejections, not like, doing stupid shit ejections. And
targeting pretty stupid.
Don't even get started on the targeting call. But they also need to be balanced, because because this Illinois front isn't, they I guess I can't really say that they're good or bad, because any film from last week is just god awful, quite literally. So it's hard to compare or tell. But they I think they can get to the quarterback, so they need to make sure they can keep Maiava upright. The spread is USC 6.5. I like USC to win. I don't know if I like USC to cover. You know what? I'll take USC to win. I think it'll be like a 31-24. I'll take USC to cover.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. I mean, I like USC this week. I like USC covering it. There's not really any major notes for me on. I mean, after a performance you had if you're Illinois last week, you really, really have to let that roll off. But I don't think it's going to. I think that's going to be kind of like a whoa, what just happened thing.
It might be a hangover. We'll see. Well, I mean, we'll kind of notice off right from the jump. I mean, depending on how well they start, we'll see how. I'm sure Brett Bielema was on their ass all week during practice. So I mean, we're gonna find out quick if this team's pretenders or contenders. So we'll see. Game number 2. LSU at Ole Miss. This is gonna be a good game. These are always usually a good game. So really, really surprising that Ole Miss is favored by 1.5.
I would not think that at all.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I really don't. From what I've seen from these two teams, it is nowhere near Ole Miss favored by 1.5.
This is LSU's game to lose.
Yeah. Some funny news came out earlier in the week. I don't know if you've heard this story. Do you know one Landry Kiffin?
I've heard of that name.
She she is Lane Kiffin's daughter. Lane Kiffin is the head coach of Ole Miss.
Womp womp.
She posted an Instagram post earlier this week of a picture with her boyfriend, who just so happens to be LSU's starting linebacker, Whit Weeks. Interesting.
Somebody's gonna do some running.
I don't even think it's that. I just think it's kind of funny. Also, like, why are we posting it now as it's game week? It's interesting, you know. I mean, I don't care. I just think it's funny. Like, I don't know. You would never catch him dating a Washington chick. Or, like, yeah. It's just kind of funny because like these two schools hate each other with a passion, and here they are. The head coach's daughter of one team is dating the star linebacker of another. Who knows? I didn't check the over under for this game. It's probably a lot, but Lane Kiffin said to take the over. I don't know, subtweet of that post. So we'll see what he's got. We'll see what he's got stored. I'm assuming he's got something because he usually always has something. But we'll start with Ole Miss. The biggest question I had written down was like, who is the starting quarterback? Because they have the
Phoebe Carousel.
Yeah, they had one guy who was the starter. I don't remember his name. Sorry, I apologize. But he got hurt.
That was my job to check that.
Yeah, and so they brought in, get this, Trinidad Chavlis. What a name. They brought him in to start last week.
That guy sounds like a conquistador.
What?
That guy sounds like a conquistador for like 1492.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. They brought in Trinidad Chavlis. And, I don't know, something in my eye. Fuck. Who, I mean, he played well last week against Tulane. Oh, yeah. They beat Tulane 45-10 last week, which is, I mean, a pretty good win. Because Tulane is usually one of the top group of 5 teams in their conference. So, I mean, yeah. So, earlier this week came out that Lane said they're going with Trinidad Chavlis. It's just a Gona name, like Trinidad. Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like a Spanish conquistador.
You
You dismissed that way too soon. Side rant.
Oh god.
Why'd you dismiss that? That was cool. That was good.
Oh, because I'm trying to keep it to football.
History lesson for
We're
you
a
guys.
football podcast.
History lesson for you guys. Spanish conquistadors, super cool. They did a lot of cool stuff, and
Like what?
conquered a bunch of stuff. Conquistadors. So Trinidad, you got a cool name. If you see this,
Trinidad, hey Trinidad, if you see this, I hope you ball out.
I hope you ball out like your name.
Um,
Side rant over.
yeah. Let's see. The biggest thing I have for this game is can Ole Miss's defense stop LSU?
No.
I don't know. I don't think they're as good as last year.
No.
And then flip-wise, can this offense move on LSU's defense? I don't think so. I think LSU's defense is a lot better than LSU's offense. LSU's defense has carried this team so far. I mean, what did they play? I don't think they played. I think it was 2 weeks ago when it was. No, it was whenever Florida and LSU played 2 weeks ago. It was 13-10, like deep in the third or fourth quarter, and it was a pick six that took them over the top. It made it 20-10. Other than that, the offense didn't do much. It's the defense. They also forced 5 picks. So I think I have questions about Ole Miss actually being able to move the ball up and down the field against this defense. This defense is good. As for the offense, Trinidad, they look good against Tulane, but I still have questions. But it's from kind of what I've seen from Lane later in the years again with Ole Miss is like he's gotten better as a coach, and like he's close to making stuff happen. So will it this year? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. All right, let's flip over to LSU. They beat Southeast Louisiana last week, 56-10. Congrats, your offense put up points. I know that was kind of a discussion for a lot of media that LSU's offense doesn't look very good. When they beat Florida, the very first question that Brian Kelly got asked in his press conference is your offense okay? Can it move the ball? Can it run the ball? And shame on you for a reporter for asking him that question because you're spoiled.
Yeah, I just.
Okay.
Why would you go into like someone's house and basically just call them out?
Side rant. I have no problem with the way Brian Kelly responded to it. I really don't.
He's a mean fucker, dude.
Brian Kelly's a bitch. Don't get me wrong. But dude, you just went to a war against Florida and you won 20-10, and your defense forced 5 picks and
you get asked about your offense.
Literally completely shut down Florida from doing literally anything. And the first question you get asked is, "Hey, why is your offense not doing anything?" Why? Like that's the very first question that you get asked. Why?
Yeah.
It's like
I would have jumped over that podium and just beat the brakes off that guy.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would also literally ask or say anything else, because I'm sure he would have, knowing how coaches speak and how Brian Kelly is, he would have been like, oh yeah, our defense played outstanding. We just need to put a complete full game together. We need to get our offense up to another gear so they're actually able to run the ball or that. You don't need to or at least wait 5 or 6 questions before you just dog on and be like, hey, your defense looked good, your offense sucks. What are you gonna do to fix it?
Yeah, no, it was very much in poor taste to start with that type of question for him, especially coming off of a win like that where, I mean, it was pretty hard fought battle, I'd say.
It was a great game.
So.
And two things can be true. Yes, it was
lackluster from the offense.
Yeah, okay, yes, okay. 2 things can be true. 1, Brian Kelly can be right and be pissed off and rant and bitch about the guy because it was a stupid question. But 2, it wasn't a stupid question. I mean, a stupid question to him. But 2, the question was warranted. The offense didn't look great whatsoever.
Yeah. There's just such thing called time and place.
Time and place, and the question was warranted. The offense couldn't move the ball in Florida. So, but, I mean, I think I read something that, he did actually text the reporter and, apologize or something, which, I mean...
You would not have got that from me. Don't have to be dumb questions like that to start.
Stupid as stupid gets. Anyway, back to LSU. I mean, I've already spoken a lot. The defense is outstanding, led by their captain, Whit Weeks. I can't not think it's funny. It's hilarious. That'd be like one of Dan Lanning's daughters dating a Washington player in a million years. But I digress.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wonder how that post game handshake's gonna go with him. If he's gonna seek him out or not.
It'd be like,
it's gonna be hilarious.
Hey.
Hi, sir.
Hey, what are you doing? Shake my hand, you weirdo. Be nice to my daughter, or I'll shoot you in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Some stupid shit like that. Your hand's so sweaty.
Sit there like this.
Are you nervous?
Yes. I also can't speak right now, so. My jaw hurts still. We did get ibuprofen.
I would let, huh?
We did get any ibuprofen.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I would like to see more out of LSU's offense, and I think we will. I think, yes, Florida is dysfunctional, but I mean, still, they have a really good defense, and I think their offense just blows absolute chunks everywhere, but I think Florida or LSU will be able to like kind of find a groove on offense. I think this game will be high scoring. I really don't think anybody will stop anybody. I should have checked what the over under was specifically for this game because I think it'll be fireworks. But me personally, I don't really have much to say. Give me LSU winning the game and LSU minus 1.5 because that is utter fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm right there too. LSU all the way. I like it when we have weeks like this where we just agree.
We might disagree later.
Oh no. You're picking Penn State. You're picking Penn State.
I've done too much research.
Traitor.
I've done too much. Hey, I'm not a homer. I'm an Oregon fan, and I'll tell you that straight to your face.
You know what's crazy?
But
I was picking Penn State too. I was hoping to surprise you.
Traitor.
I had to throw it at you a little bit.
Well, I guess that kind of ruins the surprise, but we'll get to that game. Don't worry, we will. But we have Game 3, Auburn at Texas A&M. You know, I really hope Auburn is not hungover after last week. They got hosed on the call. Oh, they got
so bad.
Yeah, and I mean it changed. You can say like, oh, it doesn't change the game, but it does.
Yeah.
You take off 7 points, and it's a penalty, so I think they get out of scoring range and they have to punt or something. I don't know. I don't know what the penalty would have been.
Yeah, it took them back past the 40, didn't it?
They didn't get a penalty.
Oh.
So basically the play is Oklahoma was like acting like they were subbing a receiver off the field, and they just lined them up on the very outside hashes and then hiked the ball. He was wide open. He ran in and scored a touchdown. You're not allowed to do that. I don't remember what it's called. It's like you're not allowed to it's basically you're not allowed to trick the team and act like someone's coming off the field. And Oklahoma did that. The SEC official committee said it after the game. It's like, yeah, we got that wrong. It should have been a flag. What that would have been, I don't know. But I mean, Auburn got hosed. It was dumb. It was stupid, and it changes. It probably changes the game a lot. But same with Illinois. They need to flush it, get rid of it, and prepare this week because you can't change it now. But at least the officials will be aware about it. But
likely that happening 2 weeks in a row though, so slim.
It reminds me of Oregon against Ohio State last year. Dan Lanning broke the rules correctly, and then literally 3 days later, a rule was implanted to make sure it didn't happen again.
Dan Lanning's just a smart guy. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Go ahead, try to stop the clock on us. That's what you get. I dropped my phone. That's what I get for trying to flex.
I need more out of Auburn's O-line. The fact that Jackson Arnold got sacked 10 times last week is bad.
That right guard was atrocious. I think he let 6 of those.
It was bad. He left the game-ending sack through, but it was ugly. It was horrible. It was bad. It was a no good, very bad day.
To the right guard, get ready. The Shanghai Sharks are waiting for you.
Ni hao! Ni hao!
Terminology in there for you, basketball people.
Yeah. I mean, that's really my only takeaway. I mean, for the most part, they looked good. They were ahead against Oklahoma, deep in the fourth quarter, but then Jackson Arnold put on the cape and had a game. He took the lead.
Yeah.
It's what he does. So, the defense played good, I think, in my opinion. They just ran into a juggernaut of Oklahoma and that defensive front. I don't know if Texas A&M has a front quite like that, but I still think that the O-line needs to play better. You can't give up 10 sacks and expect to win a game.
Well, flip side, Texas A&M has had a lot more time to prepare for this too.
Yes. We'll flip over to Texas. One more thing. Auburn needs to get to Marshall Reed. He's too much of a dual threat quarterback. So you need to if you get to him, actually get him to the ground because he will create, and then you'll see him turning, a sack into 7, 8, 9, 10 yards, and you don't want that whatsoever. I will say, he has surprised me a lot. We talked about Texas A&M. I think it was the Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
I want to make sure, and I want to see more of him as a passer. He did that 1,000,000%. He looked good against Notre Dame.
Yes, very good.
And I like it. The efficiency wasn't quite there. I think he threw for like 50-some%, but he threw for like 290 yards and 4 touchdowns on 12 attempts or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, not 12 completions, and he had a day. So, yeah, this defense, if they get to him, make sure they actually get into the ground, or find a way to hold up on the outside because he will gash you. As for Texas A&M, they beat the Bye last week. Congrats. I don't really know what. They beat Notre Dame and they look good doing it. I feel like I don't know. Notre Dame's defense has been really bad. I haven't liked their defense.
I think they're about to put Shane Gillis in a helmet, put him out there on defense. Started linebacker.
Starting linebacker. Yeah. The defense. I think the defense needs to make life rough on Arnold. That's what Oklahoma did. That's what most teams are going to try to do. And I think that's kind of the big key is make Arnold a passer because that's kind of the next step he needs to take, and he hasn't quite gone that yet. We know he's talented, he's gifted, he can make throws. He just hasn't been able to do it consistently, and that's kind of where he needs to take the next step. And then for the offense, just go make plays. Marcel Reed hit Concepcion on the outside, and the other transfer you brought in that went for like $2 bills against Notre Dame. Give him the ball probably. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Texas A&M, and I like Texas A&M to cover.
I mean, coming off the bye, you're going to be a little slow if you're Texas A&M, but I think that extra week and plus seeing Auburn lose, you got a fire underneath you. I'm going to take Texas A&M, but I'm going to have Auburn cover.
Taking an Auburn cover?
Yeah.
Okay. 6.5, so you have it like a 28 field goal game?
Yeah. 28-24.
It's not a field goal game.
Or, no, sorry, not field goal.
4?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that one. I don't know, my face hurts. I'm trying to get through it.
So you have it like a 28-24. I don't know if Auburn can keep up if they don't get stops. Because Texas A&M quite literally could run away with this, but then again, I could also see Auburn controlling the line of scrimmages and
boat racing it.
Huh?
Just have them control and just boat race away.
I see more of Auburn winning a close one than I do Texas A&M. I see Auburn able to win a close one more than they're able to run away with it. Because I just think Texas A&M has so much firepower on offense to ever could be completely out of it. But I also think Auburn could have like the horses to keep it close and win a slugfight. But I think there's more chance of it being like Texas A&M running away with it than Auburn running away with it, if that makes sense. Game number 4. This one's a sleeper. This one is a sleeper. There's no one's talking about this one. I don't really know why. Well, I think I do know why. Because no one's talking about Washington. And
For good reason.
No.
Huck the Fuskies.
Washington has been one of the best teams in the country that is just not getting talked about whatsoever. And it's kind of dumb. Did you know that they did not get a single AP vote and be in the top 25? Not a single one.
Huck the Fuskies.
Okay, well, he's gonna be biased. I'm not gonna be biased. Washington has been good. Washington has been really good their offense has been an absolute juggernaut.
No, all serious. No, that the AP poll has been a joke for them. They should be in there.
I just how do you not vote? It honestly just shows that no one watches football on the West Coast. Like that's basically that's proof of it right there. That you have Washington, who's like 3-0, 4-0, and have absolutely beat the brakes off of everybody. I don't really know. I really don't know. But yeah, Washington. This offense is good, led by Damon Williams, Denzel Boston, and Jonah Coleman.
I think it's our first time covering Washington this year.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think their non-con was something to talk about.
Yeah.
Or too great, but yeah, this three-headed monster is the real deal. Damon Williams is playing some of the best football in the country. He's a ridiculously good quarterback, and Jonah Coleman might be the best running back in the country. And I don't really know if it's close. I don't really know anyone that's better than him. You know anybody that could compete with Jonah Coleman?
I would like to say yes, but I can't think of anyone.
He's just been good. He's been good. And then Denzel Boston is their big 6'3", deep threat wide receiver. They need to get these guys the ball on Saturday against Ohio State. Ohio State's coming off the bye. Washington is coming off a beatdown of Washington State, 59-24. Oof, that's a good one. I think
schools.
Huh?
Said little brother schools.
Something about him. I think the key, what really needs to happen for Washington is they need to start fast and keep the fans involved. I haven't been shy about it. I don't like the Huskies. Their stadium is legit, and their crowd is legit. They have some serious home field advantage, and
it made me hate the color purple. I'll put it that way.
This team needs to start fast, and I feel like it's more on the defense than it is on the offense, because if the more your defense can play better and keep it 3-0, 6-0, 7-10, the more your crowd is the more your team's gonna believe, and two, the more the crowd is gonna be right on top of Ohio State. On the flip side, it's Julian Saint's first road start, and he has to go to Husky Stadium. That is rough. That stadium, like I said, the stadium's legit. It's gonna be rocking, and I feel like it's probably no surprise. I think Ohio State's gonna win clearly. The offense might start slow, but that defense is still legit.
Defense has been prepared for games like this.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows what'll happen. I feel like the offense for Ohio State it might look sluggish, but I feel like they'll take the same approach they did for Texas, whereas they won't unload everything on Julian. Just make the right play, the smart play.
Yeah.
We don't need to. We need to get out of here with a win. So I feel like they'll rely on the defense to just completely shut down Washington. Can they? Probably, but we'll see. They did it against Texas, but then again, Texas in Arch does not look great. Yeah. More Arch does not look great. So I mean, we'll see. Do not be surprised if this ends up being like a 31-24 game where Washington keeps it close. I think Washington can keep it close, but
I definitely think so. And I think that if you're that Ohio defense, you're gonna know that you can't sleep on this Washington team. You know that they're gonna produce a high output, and you know they're gonna get to it quick. If I'm anyone on Ohio, I'm going to try to take the fans out of it early. Once again, on the offense, you want to really, really try to just let him make smart plays, let him get used to it, but you also got to make sure you take the fans out of the game because if they get rowdy, and I know they will, you're going to have a hard time producing anything. That noise, it can get to people. I've seen it rattle our guys.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, for Ohio State, what you want to do is you want to start fast on offense. You know, take the ball, start with the ball, and then drive down the field and get points, and then like that'll keep the stadium quiet. And then next drive it'll keep them. They won't be as juiced, and then it'll kind of it'll build in your favor to where it's 24-0, and then crowd's not really feeling it, and just. But also, don't do something stupid where you get the crowd back into it.
Yeah, don't force the ball.
I really feel like that's what Ryan Day is gonna do. Is he's gonna pull Julian aside. It's like, hey, we don't need to do anything crazy today. All we gotta do is just make the right play and don't turn the ball over. I feel like they'll be really conservative, and they'll just kind of. They'll walk out with like a 7 point game, 5 to 7 point win. I'm not saying a stupid ass 6-7 joke.
What?
So this 6-7 joke, you know what that is? Good, you're fucking lucky. I'm so tired of that goddamn 6-7 joke.
No, but once again, Ohio State, you cannot have a 3-and-out on your first couple drives at all. You can't have anything where you're going in there and you're just giving it up really quickly. Because that's how you're going to get the crowd really into it. So you got to go in there, and don't be scared to kind of extend it out too. You don't have to get quick points right off the bat, especially if you're Julian. You want to get him as much learning experience as possible on the road. And Husky Stadium's, I mean, not a great one to start in per se, but it's going to be it'll be a good challenge for him. It'll be a good lesson. See if he really has what it takes to fully take the reins for all these other road games, because there's going to be stadiums that are going to rock a lot harder than Husky Stadium, and he's got to be ready for those too if he wants to be a starter. I mean, at any school, really.
Dude, Caleb Downs versus Denzel Washington is going to feed families. That's that matchup right there. I'm excited to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes, Washington, they look good. But, I mean, it's still Ohio State. Even with, losing all that production. I mean, I think since they lost all the production from last year, that's why Washington will keep it close. But I think Ohio State, I think it's going to be more on Washington's defense than his offense to keep them in the game. And I think it'll be, low scoring, like a 21-14 type of game.
Yeah, I don't see this one becoming a huge shootout. Once again, you're going to focus on just getting ball down the field slowly, making plays. That being said, I am going to take Ohio State, but I'm going to have Washington cover it.
I think Washington will cover as well. But I do have Ohio State winning. I don't know. I feel like 7.5 is, like, it's not a lot. But for I think since it's in Husky Stadium is why they'll be able to cover. Or possibly pull off the outright win. That is tough to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's a lot that goes into this. Once again, start off, just get the ball down the field, get it down right, don't have a 3-and-out, and you should do fine. I mean, if I'm Julian, I'm not going to be super nervous. This game's not going to be the end of the world, but I'm going to have that in my back pocket that, hey, this is my first road start. I have to have something on this one. Don't let it rattle you per se, but keep in the back of your mind that, hey, I have to produce at a high level this game. Even if Washington is unranked thanks to the lovely
stupid
AP
ass
polls.
AP vote. Dude, the AP pollers just suck. I don't know. The AP poll is just a joke.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, stupid. Don't even get me started. Game numero 5.
Alabama, Georgia.
4:30 on ABC.
Let me some Georgia ball.
Hallelujah. One of these days, I wonder if Oregon's gonna get a primetime ESPN, ABC type of game.
They don't like the West Coast.
It's not that. It's no. It's I'm not even gonna get started into it. I know why it is, but it's stupid and dumb.
They don't like the West Coast.
It's not the West Coast. It's the conference. They have their money and all that stuff in ESPN or SEC. So that's why they put them on prime time. Whereas the Big Ten is technically like NBC, CBS, Fox. Yeah. Lick my balls. I don't care. Put them on prime time ABC. God, that's too much to ask for. Anyway.
Bring another game day to Hudson.
Ooh, side rant. You know who we play? Not next week, but the week after. Indiana. Do we play Oh, God. The way Indiana looks, that's going to be a barn burner. We might get game day for that.
Hope so.
Or we might get game day for USC down the line if they keep looking good. Who knows? I think it'd be fun. I might go to it. I have to get there at 4 o'clock in the morning, but still.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Anywho.
Let's go Ducks.
Alabama, Georgia. Both these teams are coming off a bye.
Yeah, I mean,
Good for them. Congrats. We want us to play football in Week 4. I guess not these teams. Did I mention Ohio State was coming off a bye last game? They were. Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. This is so stupid.
Yeah, some of these are just... This one is kind of hard to talk about just because there's nothing really last week to go off of, and 2 weeks is a big difference for anything.
I mean, what you can go off 2 weeks ago is good, though, because...
It is good to a point, but...
2 weeks... I don't remember who Alabama... I didn't know who to play. Okay, so I'll talk about this because he doesn't probably remember it or take notes, so this should be me. Eyes on me, chat. Alabama played Wisconsin 2 weeks ago, and they look good. Ty Simpson is starting to sling a rock around a lot better than he was against Florida State. But then again, everything has looked a lot better since the Florida State game. Oh, I dropped my pen. Oh, excuse me, hold on. Everything has looked a lot better since the Florida State game in Week 1. Yeah, they're starting to keep Ty Simpson upright. They're getting the ball to Ryan Williams. They're not putting him in the slot. They're putting him on the outside and actually letting him run down the field and send it into the middle where he's getting his ass handed to him. So that's good.
The last game was versus Tennessee.
It went to overtime because Tennessee kicker couldn't hit a field goal. Anywho, the one part that sucks, I don't know if this is like a fully correct stat or it's a stat that I made up or where it came from, but since Alabama hired Kalen DeBoer, they have lost every road game. I think is a stat.
Really?
Or at least majority of them. Because last year they lost to Vanderbilt on the road. They lost to
Vandy.
Oklahoma on the road. Was that it? I think there's one more. They lost to someone else too. I don't remember who, but I know they lost to someone. They lost to Florida State on the road. And now you're going in between the hedges against Georgia? Yikes. And then as for Georgia, Gunnar Stockton, I apologize. I did not know you could ball like that.
We've been giving out a lot of apologies this season.
I've given out 2.
I've given out a lot.
I've only given out 2. Two of them, one of them was warranted. Tommy Castellanos. Florida State looks legit.
I can't believe you backed all that up, man. I watched that happen. I was like, damn.
I was watching it. I was flip-flop. I had So Oregon was at 1 o'clock, and then that game was at 12:30. So I started with that game on the TV, and then as soon as 1 o'clock hit, I moved that game to my Mac, what is streaming us right now, and then I moved that game to the TV. I kept flipping back and forth looking at it, and then it's Florida State up 7, Florida State up 14, and I was like, oh, Bama, or actually it was Florida was up 7 because their first drive was like 75 yards, 15 plays, 8 minutes. It was crazy. Anyway, and how do we even get Tommy Florida State just absolutely dog walked him, and as I'm watching the game, I'm I'm getting on my phone and I'm texting him and saying, hey, Thursday, we owe Tommy Castellanos an apology. And I was watching live. I was like, damn, yep, I was wrong. I'll eat crow for that because it was an absolute showing. In respect to him, he called a shot. He made it.
Tommy C.
Yeah.
Dog.
And so that's.
Oh wow! What just happened?
Why is my phone geeking, dude? Hello.
Oh no, it's zoomed out. Another side rant. What just happened?
My camera's fixed now, so if I go to face cam.
Now we're back to normal size.
Why? What? Why?
I kind of like the close-up cam.
Ow.
Not exactly what I was meaning.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, bringing this back to go to Stockton, we owe you an apology. I did not know you could ball like that. It was slow. You were down 21-7, but that fourth and 10 touchdown throw, fucking nails. And then you just drove him down the field to tie the game, and then you win in the 2-point conversion, and then you win in overtime. Dog. So yeah, in case you have any doubts about going to Stockton being able to throw the football, he can. Just so you know. I'm not saying take him in a bet, but Duke can sling the rock. Tommy C knows ball. Tommy C does know ball. Yeah. There's two things that can be true. Georgia can be a good team. And their offense can be good, and their defense cannot be like how previous Georgia teams have been. And that is true. This defense has not looked great so far. It's kind of been up and down, especially giving up 40 points to Tennessee 2 weeks ago. Defense was optional in that game, even for Tennessee. They didn't play defense either. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Florida State, I don't like Alabama going into Georgia.
Yeah, if this was at Bama on their home turf, I'd probably pick Bama. I'm picking Georgia though. I'm picking Georgia.
Well, even last year they played in Alabama, and Georgia got their ass whooped in the first half, but then they came back and almost won. But that was in Alabama, and there's this stat where Kirby Smart is 1-6 against Alabama or whatever. This is the first time that they're playing in Georgia Stadium. The first time out of all those games. So, Georgia has the longest winning streak in their own stadium. They haven't lost there since 2019, and I really don't think they're gonna lose Saturday. So go Georgia.
Go Georgia.
I think Georgia will cover this 3.5. I really don't think I think it should be 5-6.
Yeah, give me Georgia cover. I don't have many.
I need to write these point spreads down too.
Many notes about it. Yeah, really, that's all for me. If you're Bama going to Georgia, be ready. That's all I can say to you.
I don't know what it is with Alabama under Kalen DeBoer. They just have not been good on the road. I don't know why, how.
It leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah. they've just been like the difference between on the road and at home is crazy.
Night and day.
I don't know what it is.
Now this one.
I'm sure y'all be ready for this one. Oregon at Penn State. This very well could be game of the week. Same with Alabama, Georgia.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm scared.
We'll start with Penn State. Penn State beat the Bye last week. Congrats.
Extra prep time. I hate that.
You know, there's like the old adage of like, you know, is like coming off a bye not good for a team because they're gonna be like, you know, rusty. I feel like this team is too veteran for that to like happen to. Penn State, I mean, they bring back their two star running backs, quarterback. They bring their whole offensive line back. I feel like the only piece they lost in offense was Tyler Warren, which granted was most of pretty sure all of their passing game last year. But they bring in Trevor Pena, they bring in Kyron Hudson, they bring in good wide receivers. It's a good team. It's a good team. I don't think the bye week will, you know,
slow them.
I don't think it might affect them the first drive or two, but I don't think it'll like affect like, you know, hurt them unless like unlike a really young team would.
For this game, there's what I hope and what I think will happen. I hope they come off this week slow. I hope that they can't move that ball. I hope that defense can't stop anything. But I know that's not going to be the case.
I really
Golly.
There's to me there's two matchups I really look at here. It's Tosh Lupoi against Andy Kotelnicki, and then Will Stein. Okay, Tosh versus Andy Kotelnicki, part 2. And then this is the part that I fucking hate. It's Will Stein versus what's his name? I forgot his name. Oh my god, what's his name?
He's the slot guy?
He's the DC for Ohio State. No, he's not. For Penn State. It's not. I want to say Todd Boyles. It's not Todd Boyles. I literally had this in my head all day, and I heard it a million times before.
Ted Mosby.
It's gonna really piss me off now. Alright, let Aiden bitch and side rant real quick. Listen to this guy talk.
More side rant. Dentists suck.
What?
This part of my jaw right here hurts.
Oh, dentist, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said. This part of my jaw right here hurts. They didn't do anything to fix it. And I have to go back tomorrow for more of that, which means in for the same pain as I was today.
You have to go back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's either that or wait 9 months. And then on top
Guess
of
me
that,
wait 9 months.
then on top of that, I'm gonna pay like $8,000 to like get something fixed. So
That's why you brush your teeth, kids. Yeah, and then so I'm looking at Tosh Lupoi versus Andy Kotelnicki. And then Will Stein. I just looked it up. What is it?
Oh my god.
It's Will Stein versus Jim Knowles, part 3. Will Stein and Jim Knowles are 1-1. Will Stein got the best of him in Austin last year. We all know that Jim Knowles got the fucking beat the shit out of Will Stein last year in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, it was 34-0 in the blink of an eye. Yeah, Oregon, thanks to, you know, sack yardage and all that, had negative 26 rushing yards. I don't know.
I don't remember that game. I think I was far too inebriated.
Yeah, I wish I was. Yeah. That's kind of, I think, what it comes down to. Well, okay, it doesn't. It comes down to, like, football, blah, blah, whatever. But how is Tosh going to be different this time around versus when he was against Penn State in the Big Ten Championship? Because Oregon, I don't know if y'all know this, gave up 300 yards rushing against Penn State last year in the Big Ten Championship.
That does not get easier to hear.
Oregon won the game.
I know, but giving up that many rushing yards?
300, yeah. And guess who Penn State brings back? Those two starting running backs. Yeah. And the whole offensive line. I just the only kind of question marks about, I mean, Penn State is, the offense hasn't looked great at times. Aller has not looked very good throwing the football. He hasn't looked very comfortable. Is that kind of just him having a slow start? Is that the offense being completely vanilla because their non-conference is, I think, ranked dead last in anything college football, like 136 or 26 or something of strength of schedule, because they played fucking Nevada, FIU, and Villanova, who I thought was a basketball school. And was that them just keeping it completely vanilla, knowing that they didn't need to do anything, and then they're gonna throw the kid in the sink on Saturday? As for Oregon, they needed to stop the run. I think that's what they're gonna try to do.
Oregon, stop the run, please. If you will only do one thing for me this week, stop if we have another 300 bomb dropped on us, I don't know it won't be good.
See, Oregon's offense was good enough last year, and Will Stein was in his bag. Oh my God, Will Stein was in his bag in the Big Ten championship. Because he dropped 45 points. Gabriel went fucking dollar crazy. He threw for like 270 million yards and 4 touchdowns, and they just Oregon was in control of this game. It was 28-10 at one point, but then the defense just couldn't stop a nosy with a tampon. If it wasn't for Nico Reed's game-ending pick, who knows what happens? Yeah, I feel like they will. I don't know what they'll do. Honestly, I think they'll try to stop the run. I don't know if that's if they're having a 7-man box, 8-man box, and then they're gonna, just have one-on-ones on the outside, or what. But that's the first note I wrote down. Is stop the run, because that's Penn State's identity, and you already know Penn State's offensive coordinator is going to run the ball again, and run the ball some more. Because why wouldn't you if you have those 2 great running backs? And then for the offense, you need to start fast. I don't know if I mentioned this. Probably should have. But it's Penn State's. They're at Penn State, and it's our whiteout game. Which...
Why?
Will you be professional for 5 minutes?
Look, man, there's the adult me and then there's the fan me. Right now, the adult me is losing the fight.
All right, we're gonna chat it to me real quick because he's to fight some demons.
Why? I'm composed. I'm ready.
Yeah. So Penn State's whiteout, I've heard and seen, not personally, I haven't been there, but I've watched it on TV, is probably the best atmosphere in college football. Keep it together, man. And that's where we're going to have to go. It's going to be rough. So the offense needs to start fast. And, same with Ohio State. They need to try to, get the crowd out of it. Because it probably most likely won't happen because Penn State's crowd is going to be juiced. And then it's kind of hard to pick I feel like it's going to come more to the on the outside versus the trenches, because I think Oregon's offensive line and against Penn State's D line, and then Penn State's D line versus Oregon's. That's the same thing. Penn State's O line versus Oregon's D line. That's kind of a stalemate. I think some will win some reps, some will lose some reps. It's gonna happen. So then it comes to the outside. Can Penn State's DBs keep up with Oregon's wide receiver wideouts and tight ends? Because they're good. They're really good. But on the flip side, it's kind of hard. Can Oregon put this game on Drew Aller? Because he has not performed good in top 25, top 10, top 5, top 6 matches. He has not performed well. So we'll see. That's kind of, I feel like if you're Oregon, that's what you want to do. You want to make Drew Aller go and beat you, because so far from what I've seen, I think Oregon's secondary can cover. They got. I guess is Penn State's wide receivers an upgrade from last year? At like names and production, what they brought in, yes, because I think they ended the year in that whatever bowl game against Notre Dame with one catch out of the wide receiver group. That's not flying it. You don't have Tyler Warren anymore, so you need more from the wide receiver group. Are they the group that they're talked about to be? We're about to find out. On the flip side, is Oregon's DBs, they're young, but they're a hell of a group. Are they going to be able to keep up with them? Who knows?
I think part of them's going to be juiced after last week. I think part of it's going to be juiced about, like, hey, let's go and let's play some ball. But nerves.
Is like, you can be juiced all you want, but as long as you're composed and, as Lanning likes to say, play the game, not the moment. As long as you're doing that, you should be fine. Because don't let your emotions get too high. Don't let your emotions get too low. And just play what's in front of you. And Oregon King. I mean, this is such a coin flip game. It can really go either way. It'll probably come down to who has the ball last, or that one simple missed throw, or the missed block, or something. One play will completely change this game, can determine the outcome of this game. Or someone can not show up and that team gets housed. We don't know. I have no good read on this game. I'm an Oregon fan. I can't tell you if Oregon's gonna win or if Oregon's gonna lose. I have no read. This can literally go any way.
Yeah.
Honestly, for Penn State, it needs to be I don't know, just play physical, probably run the football, and then have Drew Aller complete passes when he needs to. Oregon, you need to stop the run, and then can you create your explosive plays? That's what they need, because also, okay, there's 3 things for Oregon: stop the run the ball yourself, and then complete your deep shots down the field, because what Oregon has made a living off of is running the ball and then setting up play action. They've scored many deep touchdowns on it, and that's what they need to do here. The problem is last week against Oregon State, Dante Moore missed 2 deep balls because he overthrew him. Can't miss them, not in this game.
Yeah, not this week.
They may come all the time against Montana State, Oklahoma State, whoever. But against Penn State, you're gonna get them maybe 1-2 a quarter. You gotta hit them. It'll if you hit them, completely change the game. Completely change the game.
This is where my voting comes in. Look, I'm going to let the fan in me have one. I'm going to let the adult in me have one. I'm going to give the game to Penn State.
I think Penn State wins. I think Oregon covers.
My man, dude. My man. That's exactly where I was going.
I will say this, though. I will not be surprised if Oregon wins. I think Oregon... It sucked. It doesn't suck because it's going to be a great game. I have no way of leaning to, who's, I don't think Oregon should win. I don't think Oregon should lose. It's a stalemate. I don't... Penn State has a reputation, and so does James Franklin, of, being 1 in, 50 million in top 10 matchups. But that doesn't matter, because, all you gotta do is win the one in front of you. And he might. I don't know.
Yeah, and this is also a good week for it. Your whiteout week is, like you said earlier, it's an environment to play in. If you're an away team, you are nervous, and that it is going to be so. We just talked about the Husky Stadium being loud. Husky Stadium's going to be like a daycare sleeping babies compared to what's going to happen at Penn State.
Did you say daycare sleeping babies?
Yes, dude. It's going to be like there's nothing going on.
What? All right, fair enough.
Dude, that stadium's gonna be
Fun
loud.
fact. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I heard it. There's a quote from Dan Lanning going out there. I don't know who he said it. He might have said it to Kenyon Sadiq, but he told the crew or the team or whoever. He told someone that said, when you walk into the stadium, embrace it. It's a whiteout and it's a big game because they're playing you. So I mean,
Look, man, that would work to pump me up. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I love that. I love Lanning. I would run through a wall for that guy.
Dan Lanning is a football genius.
Yeah.
Please never leave Oregon.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, like I think he's not wrong though. Like that's why it's a whiteout. Is because it's like it's a big like that's what the whiteout is. It's the big game. I think it's good that Penn State finally gets to have a whiteout at night instead of the 9 a.m., 12 a.m. to 12 kickoffs. So that's good. On to last week.
Do we have to?
We picked 5 games. We started with Texas Tech at Utah. We both. You actually did well. We both picked Texas Tech to win the game.
I just know the ones that are coming.
You picked Texas Tech to cover. I picked Utah to cover. The spread was 2.5, mind you. Texas Tech won 34-10. 2 points for him, 1 point for me. And then we picked the Auburn. Oh wow, okay. We picked Auburn. No, we picked the Auburn-Oklahoma game. We both took Oklahoma to win and to cover. The spread was 7.5. The final score was 24-17. In case there's anyone can't do math out there, that is not a cover. So 1 point each.
Yeah. Oh this was the one I was waiting on.
We then picked the Illinois at Indiana game.
Wow.
We both picked Illinois and Illinois to cover the Indy. Okay, hold up. Okay, so the spread for this game was Indiana minus 6.5. We both took Illinois to win, therefore Illinois to covering. Yeah, Illinois lost the game 63-10. That was the farthest thing from cover I've ever seen in my life.
To the Fighting Illinois? Or Illini? No, you're Illinois. You know what?
I was just saying, you could beat Illinois for the time being.
Yeah, you could be Illinois because you're Illinoising me. That stupid loss. Laugh at that. That's hilarious.
We then talked about the Michigan State at USC game. The spread was USC minus 18.5. We both took USC to win. They did. And then we took Michigan State to cover. USC won 45-31. That is a 14-point game. Therefore, Michigan State covered the spread. And then, there's a couple ways to look at this one here because we picked the Oregon State game. The spread, when we talked about this game on Thursday, was Oregon minus 34.5. Right before kickoff, it was down to 33. And Oregon won 41-17. So it's 34. So like,
I say we count that as dubs.
There's a couple ways to look at this here. When we called it,
which we did,
was a 34.5. But before kickoff, it was down to 33 or 33.5, one of the two. Either way, it's still covered with a 34-point win. So, screw y'all, I'm counting it for my points. Because we both took Oregon to cover. The spread was Oregon minus 33 or 33.5, wherever you looked. And Oregon won by 34. So, what do you know? I was right, you're wrong. Deal with it.
I got more points than him this week.
By a single one. Because of fucking Utah.
I am a football genius. I am the smartest guy here.
Baron Morton got hurt, and they played better without him. What the fuck? Yeah. Let's recap our picks for this Saturday, and then we'll get out of here. So we talked about USC at Illinois. We both took USC to win and to cover. The spread is, I don't know. We
Great planning.
Well, normally I write it down, but I didn't write it down. I'll write it down later. Then we moved into LSU at Ole Miss. We both took LSU. This was Ole Miss minus 1.5.
Stupid.
Ridiculous. We both took LSU, which is meaning LSU to cover. We then talked about Auburn at Texas A&M. The spread I think was Texas A&M minus 6.5. We both took Texas A&M to win. I took A&M to cover. He took Auburn to cover. Good luck with that.
Let's see how that pans out. I don't think it's going to pan well, but we can't have the exact same opinions.
We do, except for one pick this week.
Yeah, that's why I said we can't have the exact same ones. I have to throw a little spice in there.
We moved into Ohio State at Washington. I think this one could, I don't think it's a sleeper upset pick, but just keep an eye on this game. And don't be surprised if it's close in the fourth quarter. Okay? Also, I don't think you will be surprised if it's an absolute blowout in the fourth quarter either. But we both took Ohio State to win. We took Washington to cover. I think it was 7.5. And then Alabama at Georgia. I think this was Georgia minus 3.5. We both took Georgia. We both took Georgia to cover. I don't like Alabama going into Georgia. Or Georgia doesn't lose at home, and Alabama loses on the road. So
matchup made in heaven.
Yeah. And then game of the week: Oregon at Penn State. This was Penn State minus 3.5. We both picked Penn State to win, which is going to break my heart on Saturday. You might not get a podcast next week if I'm feeling sad by Thursday. We'll see. But we took Oregon to cover to 3.5. I will not be surprised if Oregon wins the game. Let me be clear. To any Oregon fans, whoever. I will not be surprised if Oregon wins the game. I feel like this honestly comes down to whoever has the ball last. Penn State kicking a game-winning field goal to win it. Oregon kicking a game-winning field goal and missing it. Per usual. Not happening. That's how it goes down to. But yeah. This has been episode 6. Damn. 6. I think we get 15 episops?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it'll be more than that because we'll have
15 regular
season, then we'll have conference championship, playoffs. I don't think we'll do bowl games, but we'll do not like every week bowl games unless Oregon doesn't make the playoffs for some reason. Then we'll talk about the Oregon game, and then yeah. But I think we'll just do straight playoffs. But we still have, we're already a third of the way done with the season. No, fourth of the way done with the season, but
crazy to think about.
We're already a fourth of the way of the season, so. But yeah, that is gonna be us for today.
I'll come back next week with a non-hurt face.
If anyone calls, texts, makes plans with you between right now and Saturday morning, tell them to literally lick a dick and fuck off because why would you do that on
Vulgar.
This is the greatest Saturday on the earth of September. Do not.
Unless you're a Duck fan, then you're a little nervous.
Honestly, if you're a Penn State fan, you're probably nervous. You got freaking Oregon coming to town. But I might flip. No, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not sticking to my guns. Okay.
You gotta see it through.
I gotta see it. I don't want to, but yeah. But that's gonna do it for us. We will catch y'all next Thursday. But for now, this has been Two Bros Talking Ball.